Hey, 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 I'm simfamous and we're live with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've got to get the plane ready. We have everybody on board, but I've got to, get the altitude set, a few little things of that nature. Once we've got that done, we'll get out of here. Let me check, make sure we got the live stream feed happening. Make sure it is working. Mic check 127.
Make sure it is working.
Oh yeah. Right on. Right on. Right on. So we are in Buckeye, Arizona, and we are going to go over to Showlow, Arizona today. That's where we're headed. Should be a fun flight up there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the altitude set. I think we're gonna go up to, let's set it for 20,000. I'm gonna go ahead and get this set. I'll get you zoomed in here. We are setting this number right here on our, I think it's called altimeter. I'm not a pilot. That's why I'm a sim pilot, so keep that in mind. Let's set that up to 20,000 feet. And it was get a vertical speed. We're gonna blast about here about 2,000 feet per minute. And then we'll bring that down once we get into cruise mode. Alright, that's set, looking good. Let's go ahead and set our heading. Get that done. Alright. Now let's see, what is the temperature inside the plane here? Let's check our environment. It's currently 75 degrees Fahrenheit. That feels pretty comfortable right now. I think everybody's pretty good with that. Let's see, let's ask everybody back here. You guys good with that? Everybody good? No? No, yes, no, yeah, you're good? Alright, cool, cool. Everybody seems to be happy with that. Let's scoot back over here in the seat where I can see everything. I'll go back to our home page down here. Just like that, get our map back on. I'm gonna go full page. Boom, just like that. We'll go ahead and get our fan up. And we'll let them adjust their temperature back there if they'd like. Or no, aft control, sorry, not that one. Go aft control there for them. Alright, we do have live time and live weathers on. Live weathers? yeah, okay. Sure. Whatever you say. With that, let's go ahead and get our strobe and landing lights on. We are ready for taxi and departure, chat. Alright, looking good. Brakes coming off. We are ready to start rolling. Oh, our brake stuck? Hold on. Hold on a second, chap. We might have to get maintenance over here. We've got some sort of issue here. Let's check our brake settings here. Brakes locked, brakes unlocked. Game is paused. There we go. Boom. And you wonder why I'm not a real pilot. Alright, Boy, I wouldn't fly with me if I got on the plane and this guy couldn't get the plane moving. But hey, I guess it's that's what you get the cheap flights for, right? Make sure we're clear there. I don't see no traffic there. If you're just joining the stream, I'm simfamous. We're here in Buckeye, Arizona. We're gonna fly up to Showlow, Arizona today, here in the old Vision jet. And for the first time, we have passengers on board. Little uphill here. Nav says for all the glass in this Cirrus jet, is it Cirrus or Cirrus? I'm surprised it's as frame friendly as it is. I agree. You know, I'm surprised I'm able to work it still with the system I'm running, because I'm still streaming on one computer, you know. We got the camera set up there. We're asking a lot for a PC. Nav says, I flew it the other day and it was smooth as butter, no stutters at all. We should put that on a shirt. Smooth as butter, no stutters. Take it to the outside. Nav says, that's the name of the game in simulation, isn't it? I tell you what, man. That's what I love about this simulator, is I can get on here and pretend to be a pilot, but I don't know anything about being a pilot. But I can learn, right? And still kind of like, you know, role play, like pretend. We're going to go all the way to the end here. We're going to taxi all the way to the end. We are here in Buckeye, Arizona. We are in the beta. Live players, live weather. Nav, I have not tried career mode. I just sort of been role playing, and then I figured out how to add passengers into the plane. I didn't know how to do that. So now I'm just like role playing, like I own this jet, and kind of like an Uber service, if you will. And since I live in Arizona, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna fly little local Arizona flights, pretend like I'm a pilot, and I sort of fly under the radar, if you will. Kind of like when you're doing the trucking, and like maybe if you didn't have a CDL and you're doing like outlaw trucking, I'm kind of like that pilot. Don't really have a pilot's license, but I still got to make that money, you know. I just happen to own a jet. Nav says one of these little jets will cost $3 million. I know it. Isn't that crazy? Alright, chat, we're going to park right here. And I'm going to take it to the outside. And we're going to double check that we have no incoming traffic. Because remember, we are live players, live weather. If you have the beta, you're welcome. Come fly with us anytime you see us. I see no incoming traffic this way. I see no incoming traffic this way. I believe we're ready to taxi on out of here. Nav says it's a cool design though. Yeah, and you know what? What I like about this little plane is how user-friendly it is. And even taking off without like taking off in takeoff mode, you know? It's still got plenty of power to get you there where you're ready to go. Alright, chat. We have been cleared for takeoff, sort of, if you will. We are ready to get out of here. We are in Buckeye, Arizona. Once again, thanks for flying simfamous air. simfamous air? simfamous air. Whatever. The prices are cheap. You didn't even have to pay. Once again, thanks for flying simfamous air. Make sure you're buckled up. All phones turned off. Next stop is Showlow, Arizona. Hope you guys have a good time up there. And let's get you out of Buckeye, Arizona. We'll get you up in the air. We'll check on the local weather. Let you know what it's going to be. And let's get out of here. All right. Flaps set. If we have catastrophic failure or takeoff, we will pull our parachute system if need be. All right. We are ready. Let's go. Power up slowly. Here's to a safe flight. 4 souls on board, and 42 gallons of fuel. Takeoff thrust is set. Speed is good. 70 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear coming up. Haha, we're flying, chat. Gears up. Flaps coming up next. Alright, we're looking for 1,500 feet. We're going to make our turn out of here. Alright, there's 1,500 feet. Autopilot's coming on. Heading is set. Looking good, looking good. Should see the airport we took off from here shortly. Oh, there it is. Right out there, right off of the nose of the plane. Looking good. Just about 4,000 feet. Let's get you back over to the captain side. Nav says the performance in Microsoft Flight Simulator has been amazing for me. It seems like it is for you too, especially with System Update 4. So far, it is doing pretty good. I'm super excited about it. That's why I've been flying it so much recently, is just because it's more enjoyable now, so to speak. All right, chat, take it to the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to Buckeye, Arizona. Next stop will be Showlow, Arizona. Look at that beautiful weather simulation out there. Wow. Let me move my mouse around here. Easy. Yeah, the performance has been way better. I still get some issues going into airports, things of that nature sometimes. Cruising about 170 knots, 1,200 feet per minute, approaching 7,000 feet. Climbing steady, everything's looking good, right on the numbers. Nav says there is an application called Auto FPS. You should give it a try. It will get rid of those stutters you get on short final. I'll check that out. I've been hearing a lot about that. I've been hoping the game would just, you know, work. That's like the dream, right? I do want to get like some sort of Beyond ATC or something like that coming up. Maybe around for Christmas. Might be my Christmas present. I'd like to get that. And so far, so good. And the views out the window is just, it's real. It's just real. You know what I mean? That's real life right there. Headed to Showlow, Arizona. And so basically what I'm pretending is like, you know, I'm like a for-hire pilot. You know, I own this jet. And then some people, you know, they're wanting to go up to Showlow, Arizona. There's a casino up there. You know, they got some extra cash. They got some high rollers. And so they've hired a private jet, but on a budget, because I don't know anything about flying and I don't have a pilot's license, but we're going to get them there. You know what I mean? Got 3 passengers on board. I need to figure out what would we have to charge these 3 passengers to do this. It's about a 40-minute flight. It's a one-way trip for them. What would that cost them in real life? Let us know down in the comments, chat. Getting ready to get up into the clouds here. Autopilot is set. We're flying. Into the clouds we go. Oh, what are we passing here? What's our altitude? 10,000 feet. Alright, let's get our landing lights, strobe lights off. We are getting some icing, so let's get all our heat on. We are getting some ice on the windshield, chat. Let's go ahead and get our heat up, get our defrost on. Cleared it off. And the plane is quick. It's currently showing us about 30 minutes out for a destination here. We're headed up to 20,000 feet today. I really like this vision chip because it also has like ground effects. When you're on the runway, you can hear the wheels speed up when you're taking off and landing. I really enjoy that about the plane. It adds some realism to it, you know. Alright, let's go ahead and get this up here out of the way. We're going to be on our way up to cruising altitude here very shortly, so we shouldn't need anything there. Plane is set. Everything's looking good. Passengers are happy. Let's go ahead and check our temperature on board. Currently about 80 degrees forward, 75 degrees on the rear. Looking pretty good. I'm getting some digital like sound stutters occasionally with the newest update. Our after takeoff checklist is sort of complete. We kind of did everything that we needed to there. Everything's looking pretty good. Like I said, we're an unofficial official pilot. He said unofficial official pilot. That's what I like about the autopilot too. Once you get everything set, man, you can kind of set back, cruise, monitor your speeds, engine temps. Keep your passengers happy. You might hear dogs barking soon. This is a pet-friendly flight. We do have 4 dogs on board. They might bark because it is getting to be their dinner time here. Once we land in Showlow, Arizona, that is where we'll be ending this live stream because it is just a one-way flight today. That's what our passengers in the back have paid for, so that's what they're getting. Alright, just about to hit 16,000 feet on our way up to 20,000 feet today. Once we get to 20,000 feet, we're going to take a look at the weather and stuff coming up at the airport we're going to. Nav says, ready for Thanksgiving. Yep, we got the turkey, got some stuffing, got to go pick up some potatoes and a few other little things. You know, maybe $20 worth of stuff. And then, oh man, I'm ready to start cooking. I'm going to set out the turkey today to start thawing. Put that in the fridge. What about yourself? I might even do a Thanksgiving flight. Might be kind of cool. flying into the clouds. At 3,000 feet, we'll reach our cruising altitude. Nav says, I'm trying to avoid the stores. They are a zoo at this time of year. Agreed. Let's check out the wing view here as we head up to our level off speed. Level off speed? Altitude. Our cruising altitude. Man. I would not trust this pilot. I am really, I tell you what, Nav, I'm enjoying the night flying in this game. I don't know what it is about it. Night flying, weather, especially if it's raining or just some weather. Oh, man, it's fantastic. Like I said, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just absolutely fantastic. Man, we're getting up here on top of these clouds and the Vision Jet. Let me take you to the outside. Oh yeah, we climbing. It's like you could reach. It's like you could reach out and touch the window. All right, there's 1,000 feet till level off. Here in just over 20 minutes, we'll have you in beautiful Showlow, Arizona. We're going to head, since we're at cruising altitude, we're going to crack open a complimentary sparkling water here on SimFamous Air. Comes with every flight. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah. Nothing like the first drink of a refreshing beverage once you reach cruising altitude. Man, that's flying right there. Heck yeah. We'll sit back and enjoy the window view for a minute or two here while we enjoy a refreshing beverage. It's just like you're sitting here riding with somebody over to the casino, man, to the casino. Nav says, what other airplanes do you like in the sim? Well, I have the, what is it, the basic version of the flight simulator, the cheapest one. So I don't have all the planes to choose from, but I like the Vision Jet. I'm really starting to like the CJ4. I wish it had a better engine sound and some better like sounds for like when you are on the runway and all that type of stuff. Pull our speed back here a little bit. Check, make sure we're on course, looking good. Heading is set. Looking good. But back to what I was saying. I like the Vision Jet. I like the it's kind. I think it's a Piper one in the game. I can't remember exactly which model it is. It's not the Asoba one. It's a different one. But I haven't flown any of the big jets or anything. Just mainly the little ones. What about yourself? I like the fact that we can get out and walk around. I have found some nice air parks that have some simulated homes, so to speak, that you can sort of fly into and be like, this is where you live. It's pretty cool. All right, let's put the drink away. And let's get back to the captain's seat. Nav says, I have the basic version too. I'd rather spend the money on better quality payware add-ons. Yeah, see, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting on like I want like a private jet, like the Vision Jet, or you know, like a CJ4 or something bigger. But where it has all the bells and whistles. It sounds realistic. When you're on the runway, you can hear the tire textures and the you know, it's got things in the back. Maybe it's got TV. It's got all that fun stuff. You know what I mean? Just something to sort of do, you know? All right, we're about 79 miles out. Let's get some information here. Let's see where we're going here. The Showlow airport is 6,400 feet in elevation. So we need to get our altitude set for at least 7,400. It'll give us 1,000 above. Remember, I'm not a pilot. I'm just hoping to get us on the ground safe and sound. Nav says there's a Falcon 50 coming out soon. Nice. All right, about 7,400, looking good there. Let's see what the weather is. We got 5 knots, broken clouds, 48 degrees Fahrenheit in Showlow, Arizona today. We got Mama Florence of Chile with hi. What's happening? We're going to attempt to get us on the ground here safe and sound shortly. We're going to start a slow descent down here in the beautiful Showlow, Arizona. And we got passengers on board. Check them out. My dog Max came to see me. Hello, Max. Come on, are you gonna say hi? Come on. Come on, you can say, come on, come on. Jump, 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 jump. There you go. Oh, there's Max. Hi. Say hi. All right, let me let him down. Go play. That was Max. Max says hello. It's a pretty quick flight from Buckeye to Showlow, about 30-45 minutes, give or take, once you get in the air. The other dog, Foxy Roxy, aka Tungawungas, she came in to say hi. She won't jump up here. She don't like to be held. At Mama says, I'm good. Currently waiting in KONT for a 5:20 a.m. flight tomorrow morning to Nashville. Hope you have a fantastic flight. What you flying on? A320 or what? Nav says Louisiana DLC is coming out December 4th. You know what? I saw that as well, and I was like, man, I was hoping it was coming out today or something. You know, I was like excited, hoping it was today. I thought about doing some flights into Louisiana, like some night flights into Louisiana. Pretend like we're taking SES gear over there or something. Might be kind of fun. At Mama says, flying a B737, unknown variant. Okay. There's Sarah Para, our other dog. She just walked in. Hi. You might hear dogs barking. They get a little, they start running around and playing after they have their dinner. Once again, thanks for being on the flight here with us. We're going to get you on the ground, hopefully here safe and sound. It is pretty cool to have passengers on board, though. I feel like it's like Noel Phillips. She looks stoned. How high are you? I'm going to casino, spend that money, man. That's all right. I'll get you there. We'll get you there. That Mama says a lot of doggies. Oh yeah, we got 4 of them here. 4 little chihuahuas. I can't see nothing. Can y'all see anything? If you can, help me land this plane. They're like, what? Is it good or bad when the pilot can't see the airport? Speaking of that, let's pull up some information. Let's see. Should just about be straight in, looks like. We're headed into runway 7 here in Showlow, Arizona. We don't want to run off the end of the runway, that's for sure. All right. Straight in. Let's check the weather again. It says 48 degrees. Let's refresh the weather. 48 degrees Fahrenheit. So it should be under 50 degrees once you get on the ground here in beautiful Showlow, Arizona. Once again, thanks for flying Simfamous Air, where we sometimes get you there. Passenger debriefing done. Said passenger debriefing done. Pull our speed back. Man, so awesome. Fly down through the clouds. It's pretty cool to feel like you're way up here above the clouds and then actually fly beneath. It's just awesome. Little window view action. I've been streaming for about 40 minutes. Flight time's about 40, 45 minutes. So yeah, we're actually maybe a little ahead of schedule. A pretty respectful time from takeoff to landing here. I mean, we haven't landed yet, but I mean, hopefully we will, right? We should. Oh, I paused the game again. I keep hitting the pause button by accident. Nav says, I looked it up, and to charter a Cirrus jet, it would cost about $880 an hour. Okay. So, I guess I would have to charge for at least 2 hours, right? Because I've got an hour time at least pulling the plane out, setting it up, getting ready to leave. Then about an hour of flight time. So it's probably like a 3-hour minimum, right? At least a 3-hour minimum. Whether you fly 2 hours or 1 hour, you got to have at least something, right? So $880 times 3, what's that give us plus tax? And and I guess a fuel, right? We started at 146 gallons and we're at 107 now, which we're not there yet. And we won't charge for go-around fuel. That'll be on us. He said that'll be on us. So, before we get parked at the gate, I need you to give me a bill for these 3 people, what they owe us. By the time we get to ground, so I can send them an invoice. There's probably a landing fee at the airport, I would imagine. Pilot costs, airport fees. We got Mr. Nesty with, hey guys, what's happening? We are on our descent into the beautiful Showlow, Arizona with passengers on board. We were just talking to Nav about we need to figure out what these 3 people owe us flying from Buckeye, Arizona to Showlow, Arizona, one-way flight for rental of a Cirrus Vision Jet today. A little bumpy on the way in. My watch is telling me to get up. I can't, I'm flying. Looking good. Go ahead and pull our speed back. We're going to pretend to call out to Showlow Airport. Showlow, this is flight 8675 and requesting permission to land. Here we got 3D Souls on board headed to the casino. That's me pretending to call ATC. This is, we're unverified. Nav says 867530. You know the flight. Mr. Nessie says, it's been a serious minute since I've joined this stream. Right? We're making our way into Showlow, Arizona. We are about 20 miles out. We got to go ahead and get down in some altitude here a little bit more. Nav says, aren't those numbers a lyric to a song? Allegedly. Allegedly. If we take it to the outside, whoop, we got no numbers on our plane, because if you know, you know. You know? This flight never happened, man. Ain't really got the full license. Beautiful flight in, though. Nav says, yeah, Tommy Two-Tone, 1981, 867. Right? He said right. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. We're going to get our landing lights on. Start pulling our speed back. Just about 10 miles out from the airport. What a day for flying. And you'd be like, what path is he taking down? It's the undeclared path. You know, it's the one that the FAA don't know about, man. Because we're not real pilots. But we just, you know, hey, we work it. Airport is out to our left. No inbound traffic. No official inbound traffic. All right, autopilot's coming off. I have control. The landing gear is coming down. Showlow Airport, this is flight 8675 on final. He said on final. Nap says, so you're running under the table flying and trucking service? You got it. Now you got it. Now you know what we talking about. Flaps 1. Oh, welcome to Showlow, Arizona. Full flaps. Runway is in sight. A little more power, looking good. Man, it'd be hard to land in that view, right?
500.
Should we try it? Here we go, chat. I'm gonna see if I can land in this view. I'm a little off, a little high, correcting, a little fast, a lot of energy. Float it down, easy, get it over there, get it over there. Oh boy, we're running out of runway quick, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, we're down. Woo! Lock them down, lock them down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SimFamous Air, where we sometimes get you there. We'll take it on out to the end of the runway. Heck yeah. All right, flaps coming up. Exit down here in just a hot minute. Little under the radar flying. Mr. Nessie says smooth like butter. Well, you know, we do what we can here as these unverified pilots. Man, what a view. Live time, live weather as well. All right, let's taxi to the gate. Make sure you got the bill for 3 passengers from Buckeye over to Showlow ready for us here once we get to the gate. Chat. Little fun thing for all you guys to prepare for the people that was on board here with us. Alright, we'll get our strobe lights, taxi lights off there. Make sure you get your jackets on. It is just under 50 degrees here in Showlow, Arizona. We're gonna get you parked up over here. We'll get the door open for you here. Heck yeah. It's like we really flew here. I dig it so much. Such a fun simulator. We had 100 gallons of fuel, so we've used 47 gallons of fuel. So we got to charge them for 47 gallons of fuel. I'm assuming the landing fee of the airport's probably $500, so we got $500 landing fee, 47 gallons of fuel, 3 people, pilot fee, 3-hour minimum rental of the jet. Alright, let's get you parked up here. Almost front door service. I mean, who would have thought you could be like a VisionJet Uber driver? Make sure we're clear of the buildings. Alright, Chad, I'm gonna get you pulled up to your very own building right here. Just gotta bear with me here. We'll get you there. Chat, get the brakes on. I've got about 5 minutes. We'll get you out of here. Strobe lights, well, we gotta leave those off. Let's move this out of the way. Shut it. Generators, boom, batteries off. Engine start. Turn off. All right, let me get the door open for you guys. Once again, thank you for flying SimFamous Air, where we sometimes get you there. And just like that, you have made it to Showlow, Arizona. Feel free to step out of the airplane, make your way over. There'll be a car here to pick you up soon, and we'll get the invoice sent out to you here shortly. Everybody, I'm SimFamous. Appreciate you guys flying with me. I've got to get out of here. Got to go get ready to make dinner for the beautiful wifey here. She'll be home shortly. Thanks for checking out this flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We'll be back with you maybe tonight with some trucking or maybe some more flying. Really enjoying the night flying. That being said, guys, thanks for hanging out. Mr. Nessie, appreciate the comments, hanging out. Mr. Nessie says, I recently did 3 long hauls. The first was New York to Cape Town in a B737. The second was Hong Kong to Dubai. And the last was Dubai to Zimbabwe, also a 380. I overslept this one. Mr. Nessie says, that was something I wanted to share, and also by Sim. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for flying with me. Hope you enjoyed this. I've got some more flight ideas coming up. I know I enjoyed it. And we'll get to practicing flying and all this stuff here shortly. I am out of here. We'll see you rock stars on the next one. Have a great day. I am out of here.